Yeah, what's happening, people, man? We're back again. Cameras Podcast, Season 3, Episode 10, entitled Dillan Gate, for obvious reasons. How's everyone doing? I'm here again as usual. In here with Daps. How you doing, Daps?
I'm good, people. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, what's happening, Mike?
I'm here, man. I'm here. It's been a minute, but I'm
Yeah.
back.
You're looking worse for wear as well, man.
Yeah.
You're like, you've been turning up.
maybe.
Alright, let's get straight into it with some news. So Fury's next opponent has been announced. Otto Wallin. I think this came as a shock, but not as a shock to people who are familiar with Bob Arum and the guys over there. A bit of a weird one. What people's thoughts on this? I mean, first of all, they said after the fight with Tom Schwartz that they fancied an American to try and help build the appeal for.
I'm not
Tom
gonna
Fury out
lie.
there.
I don't dislike Bob Arum, but Bob Arum is old. He's an old man now, and I think his methodology of building a fighter, I don't think it works in this game anymore. The way to build a fighter is over social media, and I get what it. In fact, no, I don't understand what they're trying to do. Actually,
But does Tyson Fury need building?
yes, he does in America.
In America,
He needs a fan base.
Yeah, and how is he gonna gain a fan base by fighting Otto Walden?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I really don't. I'm
What are your thoughts,
horrified.
Dabs?
It's a very confusing one. Like you said, after the Schwartz fight, I think they didn't do well at the gate, so they felt like they need to go for an American to actually bring numbers and people, increase numbers, and they did call on quite a few American names like Jerome Miller. I always forget this guy, AJ Bits for the IBF.
Charles Martin.
And this Don
Yeah,
King
but I don't
as well.
think there's a ticket sellers.
Yeah, but there is no other American apart from Wilder to actually push it.
There is.
But there isn't. Really.
You know what? Yeah. See what they've done. Yeah. They have tried to ruin. They tried to build themselves up on AJ's name, both Wilder and Fury,
Yeah.
and we're now seeing that actually.
By
Let's
themselves,
see. Let's see how. And I've always known this, and it's not about who's the best. That's enough of debate. They're all great boxers, no two ways about it. But in terms of who was the A side, B side, I think we're now seeing who the true A side was.
I think it
in
was
that whole
very
situation.
obvious because Wilder announced his Otis fight during AJ's fight week, so it was obviously trying to get some cloud off it, and the fact that Fury can, even though he's great sportsman, is a great showman, like I say, I don't necessarily agree with some of his theatrics, but he does it for some people. But from going for who is worse, Schwartz or Wallin? I think that's the question.
I'd like to say Wallin.
Yeah, so.
But to be honest, there are heavyweights who can sell who don't have to be
American.
Yeah. So
Well, have you heard of Wallen? Because I hadn't.
I haven't. Yeah, he showed me a clip yesterday. It was a joke.
It's embarrassing, and my thing is, you can fight whoever you want, but don't try and con the fans. Don't try and make your name off trying to run down AJ. And I'm no AJ fan, but I feel like they've disrespected him when, if you look at who he's actually fought, it's crazy in comparison.
Since AJ's got the belt, AJ has been fighting top guys.
Yeah.
Imagine
Like, it's
AJ.
gone up.
Is that what I'm saying? Imagine what would happen if AJ. This is my
And
whole
tried
thing.
to sell the tickets at high prices as well.
It's crazy. I don't know.
You mentioned Bob Arum. Would you say this is Bob Arum's thing though, or Fury? Because come on, he's making a lot of money. He's a big star. He must be able to have the star power to go, I don't want him. I want him. I don't think someone like Fury, AJ, or Wilder. I don't think someone can push.
Listen, Tyson
fight
Fury.
around
Well,
them.
see, I don't know if I agree with that, because even Wilder, how much of the decision maker is he?
I think if you're, because
you can
these guys
question
are like
that.
the
No. Wilder does.
echelon of their
Wilder
game. Yeah, they must have a say
uses
in it.
emotion rather than logic when it comes to business. Wilder's a terrible businessman, because the smart man would have taken 120 mil on for AJ. Now that fight is nowhere near as big as it could have been. So Wilder thinks with emotion and not logic. So I can't take him seriously. Tyson Fury is a smart businessman, and he knows.
Would you say it's a smart business or is it cunning?
It's both. It's both.
I guess
it's both.
they're part and parcel of the same thing,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, but there is
depends what side of the table you're sat on.
It's making money. Fair enough, that's smart, boy.
But I mean,
That's
the truth be
people.
known, he's never really been a ticket man.
No, but-
even all through his career, you look at it, he went pretty much. He was a boxers for a long time up until he fought Klitschko.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people who he still hasn't garnered the
the mistake they're
market.
making is that the Wilder Fury fight, they should have capitalized when it was hot. They should have done it straight away.
It simmered down too much.
Now I'm not okay. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm a fan. The casual fan was really interested when straight after the fight. They could have probably done maybe double the amount of pay-per-views they've done. So they did that 300,000. They would have done 600,000 easily if they'd fought next. If they fought in May, for example. But now it's like, yeah, I want to see the fight, but AJ's lost. I don't know. Something's not. I don't know.
I think they had the fight of the year, in the heavyweight division last year, but AJ's clearly taking over. The race fight is clearly bigger. Even like who surpassed their fight next year. So I think they've lost a bit of momentum on that. The fact that they're kidding around and they didn't take the rematch, which is partly due to Fury as well. But it's just, there's been a lot of craziness going on in the boxing industry. They said that is very confusing. Like, I don't get the logic. Like, yeah, you got fair enough. You could say I got wilderness, so I just need to keep busy fight. But you can get someone that is known still. Yeah. Like, I'm like, why don't you just get?
But that's the danger of announcing fights before.
Yeah, why don't you just get Dave Allen if you're gonna fight Wallen?
But they did that.
That will sell in UK.
But he's trying to build himself in the US.
But this is not gonna build him.
No, I agree. I agree.
And the funny thing is, they're talking about we got ESPN on our back. They're not on ESPN. They're on ESPN's Plus. Yeah. There's a difference.
Tyson Fury took the money. Yeah. It's not that he's regretting it, but it's not about being a champion for Tyson Fury. It's about making the most money. Don't let any rubbish he says fool you. It's about making the most money for the easiest amount of fights, which is smart from his point of view. But they're just gonna keep fighting each other. Watch, there's gonna be 2 fights, a minimum, between Wilder and Fury, and it's at some point it's like, you know what, I don't want to see this anymore. See something else.
So we'll wait till that time. I guess from bad to worse for Frank Warren in his stable, losing one of his champions in Billy Joe Saunders in what they have claimed is an amicable split.
Yeah.
And straight after that, the rumor mill was going, he's just hopping over the fence to the other big promoter in the UK. It's a Matchroom,
which doesn't surprise me, but may not.
I think you said this time ago. Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people have said, why is he still with Frank?
He's out of some loyalty to Frank, and people hate Eddie Hearn, and they hate him for the wrong reasons. And it's not that I'm a Eddie Hearn fan, but because they're all scumbags. But that's I mean, that's my opinion, not shared by the rest of the
I agree with that.
Rest of the canvas. But,
I don't agree with that.
It wouldn't surprise me if he signed with
Top Rank.
Al Heyman, and to get the Chris Eubank fight. That's a big fight. Who else is gonna fight?
Andrade.
Drop down to 160.
That's a big. He's probably thinking, look, if Ramirez can get 4 mil or however much they're reporting to unify, why not me? Why can't I go and fight Andrade?
Ramirez, what, against who?
Hooker.
They didn't get what?
What?
4 million.
Isn't that, yeah?
4 mil?
Yeah.
No, he didn't get 4 million. I heard Hooker got 2.6.
Is it really?
Ramirez did not get 4 million.
No, but to be fair, if Hooker got 2.6, then why would Ramirez get any less?
It will probably be around 2 million figure.
Forget the figure. Let's not.
And it's the A cycle.
Forget the figure. Let's not be specific. If he can get that kind of money, why can't Billy J?
I think the turning point, because like you said, I think Big Mike mentioned it's a long time coming, but I think the turning point was when they made the offer to Callum Smith, and apparently the big offer they made to Callum Smith was Eddie Hearn saying, this is the money I would give him to fight just a normal opponent in America. So I think that kind of showed levels, because they were thinking pay-per-view, this is going to be my biggest money I've ever made.
That's not a big
and
fight.
Someone is already making down a regular fight. I think the alarm bells have to come running.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a great fight as well, but I think that's when you have to think, like, okay, to be fair to him, he showed loyalty, because he should have left Frank a long time ago, because Frank didn't have...
I think back to the Bill Murray fight when...
after that fell off, because they couldn't sell a ticket. They went to Hertfordshire. They didn't do that well. So... and they were going to go back to Copperfield as well, so...
Billy
all the best
Joe
to
might be done out here,
Hopefully we now see him against people like...
I would edge Andrade now, And I'd really
to beat him?
Yeah.
I just don't think he has the I think boxing is mental. He has all the talent in the world, but I think mentally he's not there.
What, Android?
No, Billy Joe Saunders. And this stuff like this will affect you.
So do you think it's a good move or a bad move?
I think it's...
Should I made this move a long time ago?
It's probably...
Well, where we are, so...
It might have come too late, and I don't... Because who...
But he's only, what, 31? 30?
Yeah, but...
He should be in his prime, arguably. I know he's been in
He should be in his
like
prime, and he should be a made fighter by now. A known, established fighter, and he's not. But us boxer fans know how good he is, but the casual fan should know Billy Joe Saunders, and they don't.
I mean, the momentum after Lemieux, you have to argue that was the biggest crime.
He had a terrible year, didn't he? Like,
Got
it was
popped
like it
for
was
the old,
cursed or something.
nasal spray.
Yeah.
He had a
Left,
terrible year last year.
Left, what's the hench
But,
guy?
but who? Okay, apart from Andrade, who else you really want to see him fight?
I think you can get in there with Canelo, Triple G, because if they
You
ain't
can get in
gonna
there,
do
but
they're
that-
not going to fight him. Why are they going to fight him for what?
Or even like the Charlo brothers.
They wouldn't fight him. They wouldn't
That's
fight
his
him.
swings.
They won't fight him. He's a difficult
I wouldn't-
fight
what
for
about
no,
him against
for no
Jacobs?
money. I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not that he
Because
can't.
Jacob is super middle now. I think that there are matches to be made out.
Yeah, there's more options at the zone than BG.
Super middle's got guys.
No, he'll go, but then, yeah. But Al Heyman's got a lot of the belts at super middleweight. Do you know what I mean?
Not really.
Yeah, Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant.
Yeah, so
he's got a WBC.
I thought Top Rank got the
He's-
most. Top Rank's got up at WF.
No, that's your thing.
No, that's light
light heavyweight.
You're talking 168. So
Yeah.
Callum Smith got 1 WBA.
Callum Smith, yeah, you got the George Groves one. Billy
WBO.
Joe's got WBO, and then you've got IBF with Caleb Plant, and then and Darrell has got the other one.
WBC.
So Darrell's gonna hand it over
Benavides.
to.
He's gonna give it to Benavides.
We see look how we're saying it. Like, he's gonna hand it over.
To be
Gonna
fair,
like give it
that-
to him like.
that was-
sorry, bro.
that-
I'll be giving this one for you.
That was
But
his
anyway,
belts
like
start
to
with.
sum up BJS, what are the thoughts?
I mean,
I think it's gonna be like crazy the way his stock is. If it goes to a new, I think that will look way bad on Frank Warren because I feel like his stock is gonna rise massively now. It's
Well,
gonna-
everyone's going to every hand. Huey Fury, like he's signing.
Yeah,
people
I think.
left, right,
Yeah, I think his stock is gonna rise now. You're gonna see him actually packing our arenas, and it's gonna look bad on Mr. Warren.
I
But
disagree.
I think he's made the right move for his
I
career.
respectfully disagree. I think they'll do the Callum Smith fight maybe after a fight or two.
Callum Smith's profile's not big enough. Let's
This
face
is what
it.
I'm saying,
He needs building.
Yeah, it's not a
Not-
box office fight. That's a
Yeah.
Sky fight, and Sky are gonna pay up through the roof for it, but they're gonna have to because no one's gonna pay to watch that.
Yeah.
I think it's fair. It's unfair to say Callum Smith's profile is not big because he's gonna fight in Liverpool this year apparently in September. So let's see. How it
Yeah, but
goes.
that's home. Come on.
So
Wait,
that's-
wait,
how
wait,
do you-
wait,
how do you-
wait,
how do you
Liverpool
justify it
Stadium.
then?
No.
How do you
Come on,
justify
man.
his profile?
Canelo can go
How-
anywhere in the world,
how do
and
you-
he can
It's not
pack out an
Canelo.
arena.
It's not
Triple G
Canelo.
can come to Loma
not-
can
it's-
come and fight for.
No one is
in
putting
London.
Callum Smith on that
Yeah,
level
but
though.
what level do you put him on then? How do you
Below
define
that
big?
level.
What? How much below? Though? That's the point.
I'm talking
if
like-
you're going hometown crowd.
I'm talking like people like Belly.
Javante
level.
is packing out his home crowd as well. So what does that mean? Is the
Why?
next big thing? Like,
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know what you want him to go
Yeah.
to America and pack it out.
No, he's not that big in the UK. You're talking about Liverpool. He's not that big. He can't headline an O2 at this moment. I don't think that he'll
What
pack
if
it
he
out.
headlines Manchester Arena? That's
How
one
many
of the-
headlines has Callum Smith had now? WBSS. that
No,
was
what
a
if
fine.
he headlines Manchester Arena? Does it for you? Because I think that's even bigger than the O2. I think it's like 20 something
It's the
thousand.
same.
over
It's
there.
like the same.
Is it? There is size and there is perception. If you ask any boxer, would you rather fight O2 or rather fight in Manchester Arena? I think I probably know what the answer is.
I think you're going on. I don't agree with you.
Do you disagree
Nah,
with that?
I think
with
that's
Mike?
the South coming out.
There,
for
there
me.
is no.
I think that's
no,
London.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
I think
It's not.
Manchester
No,
Arena.
it's like- no, but if
when
it-
Finn came back, when Fury came back, where did he go?
Fury's from where?
Yeah, it's true.
Where is Callum Smith from? He's from Liverpool.
That's the whole point. This
Yeah,
is a circular
so-
argument, man. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
man.
going anywhere.
He's not got the biggest profile, but I think he's got a decent profile. That's what I think.
I don't think it's that big, you know.
I think
I can't see it.
I think he's on a Kel Brook. Yeah, Kel Brook decent profile.
We need to. Can we talk about Cole Brook for real quick? I know we weren't meant to.
Is he still fighting?
Yeah,
I
like
think he's
Cole
retired,
Brook
isn't
is washed out here, man, and he's done out here. I don't know what happened to him. I
It's way from
kinda
your
did-
con, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of blame Eddie Hearn. You
For
know
Kell
why?
Brook?
Let me tell you why. He won the title. You had 3 defenses before you fought that. 3 defenses against nobodies. Then Eddie Hearn put him with Golovkin.
Yeah.
Who does that? Because of what? Because of money. It ruined his career.
Yeah.
Ruined his career.
But
There's no if, buts, and maybes.
I feel like I'm always backing this guy because I don't think, because I remember the way it played out. Golovkin was supposed to fight, what's his name?
Eubank.
Yeah,
I felt through.
and everything was kind of like on social
He
media.
lost his pen, really.
Yeah, and I feel like Kell Brook kind of took that fight off the fact that they were both having back and forth online. And Kell Brook was like, I'll do it. I'm going to take the same term as you, and I'm going to show I'm the king. So I feel like, I don't think Eddie Hearn pushed him into it. Eddie Hearn offered him the fight. No, I think everyone knew what the term, because I think Eddie was promoting Eubank then as well.
Yeah, no.
So he knew what the terms were.
It's not about him. I'm not saying he should have never taken a fight. He should have never been offered the fight in the first place. That's what I'm saying. And how can you fight the most dangerous fighter? 2 divisions. 1 division is one thing, but 2 divisions. Nah, and
it was
as a
daring
result,
to be great, in my opinion. And I don't think Eddie Hearn, I don't know. I feel like I'm always trying to solicit for this guy because I don't think he has. I don't think
how I
he.
feel about Kel. I'm a big Kel fan. That's why I'm just being quiet.
No, I don't think
I
Eddie
kind
Hearn
of get what Mike's saying as well, which is like it hurts me to admit.
I'm
like,
Eddie Hearn didn't push him to go out and take that fight, did he?
No, he did because Eddie Hearn was like, "This is money." Like I said, let's.
So you don't think Kelly is his own man to say I don't want it?
And it's a silly decision.
Yeah, but the thing is, put any boxer in that position, they believe, their self-belief is that much so that, sometimes they do things and it's like, actually, maybe
that's not Eddie Hearn's job to
no,
then
that's
advise
my
him
point,
against.
that's my point. If you put
It's his manager. I think it's his manager that should be advising him. Maybe not. Don't take this fight. Eddie Hearn is a promoter, not his manager.
He's the money man, isn't he?
Yeah,
he wants a return on
either
investment.
way,
Yeah,
he
it's
took
the manager should be the advising that don't take this fight.
No, but he took the fight. Then he fought El Spence, and then he's been done at it. He's finished. So it's like.
But way before Golovkin, there's always been a question mark on Kell. He's not disciplined. There's always been that question mark. He's never gonna make it to the. He did make it to high level to be
at one point,
yeah,
he
but
was the
it was
best
never going to be
around,
elite.
no?
Oh yeah, look,
He
the
was
way he handles
considered.
Sean Porter, no one's really
That's what I'm
handling
saying.
Yeah,
He
but
was
it was
best-
never going to be elite because of the way he lives his life. Because he got stabbed in his leg one time as
in
well.
mobs.
He's always taking. There's been stories
Allegedly,
about
allegedly,
him.
allegedly.
Yeah, there's always allegedly taking drugs.
Let's not get into
Yeah,
that.
that's what I said. There's always I've heard stories. I know he drinks a lot. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, he's always
So-
in Spain, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always in my bed.
on the warm weather stuff. Anyway, that's Kel. I know what you mean, Mike, but I don't know, man. I think I'll reserve comment
But
until
I think he's made
we'll see
a
what he's
decent
doing.
amount of money though, so he should be able to live a good life.
I hope so.
from one Triple G photo to another. Canelo. The IBF have done it. Or has Golden Boy done it?
Yeah.
Can someone shed some light? 'Cause
No, do you know, so you
I'm
don't-
not as clued up.
Give you a little bit of context. Yeah.
Well, the context on this is he won the IBF and he inherited a mandatory, and
Yeah.
the IBF is very strict on their mandatory situation. Basically, who's really taken an L in the situation is the Zone, because they gave Canelo all of this money, but they never put stipulations on they could pick his fights. They let him pick his fights, and Canelo, being Canelo, does what Canelo wants. He does. The Zone expected him to fight Triple G in September to boost their subscribers. Canelo was like, "Nah, I don't want to fight him. I don't like him. I'll fight him when I want to fight him."
Do you think that's a Canelo thing or a Golden Boy thing?
It's Canelo thing. Canelo's his own man. As much as Golden Boy, Canelo, it seems like the type of guy that will do what's good for him when he wants to do it. And Oscar De La Hoya's got no choice but to give him what he wants because he's his only star. So, yeah, and obviously he's like, look, I don't want to pay this guy. It's weird why he wouldn't want to just give him the money he wants, because
It
he's
doesn't affect
guaranteed
his
money.
That's why I
That's
don't
what I'm
think it's a Canelo thing, because it doesn't affect his money.
But there's
Yeah,
probably
like
Golden-
fight does not
Derevchenko is
affect-
not the worst fight in the world.
No, it's not a bad
Yeah,
fight,
but
but it's
the
not
fight everyone
gonna.
wants is a Triple G fight.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna.
I'm not
for
sure I
the
want
Zone-
that anymore.
Neither. I don't want it. I don't want it. Not now.
I think that chapter's
I
closed.
prefer
man.
it to the Derevchenko fight.
No,
I
but
do.
Triple G. I mean, sorry. The problem with that fight is that the Zone didn't want that fight because it's not going to bring any subscribers. People
Yeah.
will watch it, but it's not going to bring any new subscribers. A Triple G Canelo trilogy will bring new subscribers, and that's what the Zone signed them both for, to boost subscribers. Not, and that's not happening. So they've just literally thrown money down the drain.
Well,
As
you have
it
to spend
stands
money
now,
to make money.
You do,
Yeah,
but
it is, and it's with the media. It takes a long time. I'm thinking at least 5 years to get that credibility. They're in a pool with sharks.
what
It's
they've
not
done.
that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they've done incredibly well.
They've
only been in the game for a year.
But I think they didn't expect it to be as difficult as it has been.
Oh God, the people
Everyone-
around them are making it difficult. Let's face it.
everyone stepped up their game.
It's
innit?
business though.
Yeah, which is fair enough. There's
I
competition.
Think,
that's
I
what
think Eddie
competition does.
Hearn was a bit naive in he thought he could just take over the American market.
Yeah.
Too braggadocious.
Englishman
He
in
didn't,
New
yeah.
York and all that.
Fair enough, but I think that attitude brought a lot of exposure to the zone as well.
No, Eddie Hearn. Don't worry.
Which is
Eddie
good for
Hearn.
them.
As much as I criticize, Eddie Hearn was a sick promoter.
Yeah, that because it made everyone
he's
knows about
he's
the
adept
zone.
for the modern age of promoting.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of these are stuck in time, like
Yeah.
the Arams, maybe the Warrens.
Yeah.
They perhaps don't know how best to.
Eddie Hearn understands.
back
He
to
gets
profile.
it.
To go back on the Canelo thing, so yeah, that didn't materialize. Then there were talks of him fighting Kovalev, stepping up two-weight category to fight Kovalev. That didn't materialize as well because I didn't want to pay the money. Which also I don't get. I don't think it's a Canelo thing because
It's not
Canelo's
Canelo.
money
I
is
reckon.
guaranteed.
I reckon it's
It's only
Golden
gonna make
Boy
it 30,
who would
35
have to
million.
pay.
I think that's why I think it's a
Again,
golden boy thing.
what does Kovalev do for the
He just
zone?
want to take the belt.
For the
Yeah.
zone? Though?
It's a big-
like
It
as
doesn't
a
do
business.
anything. It does no, but it's a
it's a
fight
big
that you
fight.
would want to watch.
It's a big
because
fight. What do you do, like-
you know, the casual fan will
It's a
know who
big
Kovalev
fight.
is because of the Andre Ward fights.
Yeah.
And he's been fighting in America for a while as
So,
well.
so the casual
it will
fan,
bring some
it did
subscribers
make
in.
sense. It made sense.
So that didn't materialize as well. Kovalev went with Mr. Yard, and then IBF, being notorious for their mandatory situation, then mandated him to fight Derevchenko, which also I don't understand because Derevchenko fought for the belt last year against Jacobs and he lost, and now it's mandatory again. But another
silly.
story.
Doesn't
But
matter.
apparently, someone within Golden Boy made a deal with IBF saying, give us extra days. Because like we've just discussed, Canelo has been trying to negotiate with Triple G with Kovalev, so it didn't really he hasn't been negotiating with Derevchenko. So they went, give us extra days to negotiate with Derevchenko, and if we can't reach an agreement, we give up the belt. Apparently, Canelo was not aware of this agreement that
Yeah.
Golden
Well, he
Boy
said so
made.
himself.
Yeah,
On
with
his,
Golden Boy made with IBF, and Canelo. Also, I don't understand why Canelo is. That's why I think it's a Golden Boy because Canelo shouldn't be doing this negotiation because his money is minimum of 30 million. So whatever
Yeah,
he
but
gets,
money's one side. That's not the only thing in the
no, he's
negotiation.
willing to
It's all
fight.
about,
He's willing to fight Derevchenko because he told the IBF he's willing to fight Derevchenko, but they couldn't come to an agreement, which I feel like is a Golden Boy thing. It's a Golden Boy that doesn't want to give away too
you
much
know
of
what,
their.
yeah.
No, you
purse.
can't say
It's-
that. It could be part of the actual boxing. You know, example things like drug testing, check weights, all these type of stuff.
It's IBF.
Yeah, but
IBF
it,
is
no.
strict.
But you can have add-ons. It's not about just being IBF. You can have add-ons.
No, it's about money. This is strictly about money.
right.
Do you think?
I think it's
I
strictly
don't know.
In
about
terms
money.
of what they didn't,
They couldn't
Derevchenko
come
wouldn't
to.
an
Yeah, they
agreement.
couldn't come. I mean,
No,
I don't know if you guys
but
remember.
I
as
see
well.
it from Derevchenko's point of view.
You're fighting Canelo, you gotta get paid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there you go.
You have to get. And Jacobs got 10, 14 million.
Oh, you know what? You know why?
So everyone knows that figure. You gotta get paid.
Because as a mandatory challenger, you're due a percentage.
Yeah, if it went to purse bid.
Oh, I see.
But that's the
actually,
thing.
Right.
So
If
yeah,
you got
yeah.
a deal, you get better offer, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the thing. They said we don't want a purse bid. We would negotiate.
No, but then
So
yeah.
Golden Boy
So
said
Golden
that.
Boy said that.
So they did not go for a purse bid. And you got to remember, Derevchenko's manager is the same as
Danny
Jacobs'
Jacobs.
manager,
Yeah,
Keith Connolly.
Mm.
So he knows
Yeah.
the amount they're willing to give Jacobs. So he wants to get paid still.
Yeah.
But the conspiracy
And
theorists out there
his
believe
promoter is this guy that talks a lot.
I know.
Kevin Farmer's Ludibella.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
working with the zone. He pretty much knows the money they can be made.
I reckon this. You're right because Derevchenko's now going to fight Triple G, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember when Triple G said, when Canelo said, "Oh, I'm not fighting you until you get a belt." This is an easy way to get Triple G a belt because Triple G
So,
doesn't.
so
wanna-
do you think then, as the conspiracy theorists are
Yeah,
saying, that
yeah.
it's Golden Boy's doing to get the Triple G trilogy?
I think
To
he's a-
goad him into it because now it's justified because he's got a belt.
Yeah, but I feel like Canelo has still has a lot of options. But Canelo's not scared of no one. Let's be that's for sure. Canelo will fight anyone.
Yeah.
But he fight people on his time. And I don't know who he fights next though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be Andre now, isn't it?
I don't think he really
that's
wants
very
that.
dangerous for him.
You know what I'm saying? He-
Of all the fights, I can't see. I think he would be most apprehensive for that one.
Yeah, he will be scared of it. No, he won't be scared.
not
but
scared,
but
but
he'll be like, this is Oscar won't want him to take that fight. He just doesn't like him fighting South.
He has to fight again
So-
this year. Who else is there? He's not gonna fight the Charlos. Or they're not
Well,
gonna fight.
he's
He doesn't have to.
He's,
He's franchise champion now.
He's a super middleweight champion, isn't he? Regular champion. He can go that route. He
Well,
can
he
maybe
wants
fight
to-
Billy Joe if he
sure.
gets signed. There are options. I don't think.
Well, you
Canelo's
think he will
short
take-
of
So,
opponents?
yeah.
You think he will take Billy Joe over Andrade?
Well, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but he's.
Well,
where
yeah, I
he
think
is.
he's a cock up from Golden Boy. Well, and apparently there's been a little sort of brewing for a while between both of them.
He is. Canelo's not happy apparently.
Yeah.
All right. So is Eddie gonna swoop in and sort it out?
If Canelo left Golden Boy is dead.
It's done for Canelo.
To be honest, they got people who they've kept in the background, perhaps maybe.
But not
on
stars.
The shelf. No, not stars.
Yeah,
Like
Canelo keeps Golden Boy.
There is only Canelo and Golden Boy.
Yeah,
no one
who
else.
else is
No,
there?
they-
Lemieux?
I'm Munguia.
Come on now.
They got this welterweight, the black guy, who they're always complaining about. Why isn't he fighting? Why isn't he fighting? They got a couple guys on the shelf. They got this new heavyweight as
I
well.
know they got Ortiz.
James the Beast Wilson. So
Yeah,
there are guys
yeah.
on the shelf
He just
that,
started, mate.
that are potentially could be built up.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
But there's
Those
only
type
one
of people
Canelo.
make exciting fights
No,
on
but
the way up.
Canelo's been doing this for. He's a young
Yeah.
man. He's an old young man.
Yeah.
He's a veteran in the game. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
That's fair enough.
I
mean,
don't think he can leave because
Why not?
They won't let him go, man. Because he's not one of those ones that you signed a 3-5 deal. You must have signed a very because he's Mexican as well. Anyway, what? We'll wait and see because apparently he's gonna fight in October, so we'll wait and see who he fights.
Yeah. And to the big one then, the Dillan Gate. Doom, 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 doom.
I'll let you give this one a bit of background
alright,
because you got a lot. Of,
but should we start with the fight first?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Let's start with
Do
the
fight
first.
reaction. So Dylan White for Oscar Rivas. I guess 2 Saturdays ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there live in effect. Got a shout out Dan Aziz as well. Like excellent performance for
Shout out
his
to Dan.
Southern Area
Shut
title.
up, Super Dan.
Other fights on there: Spilska versus Chisora.
Watches
He nearly
are-
fell over the.
Yeah, Battle of the Daves. Riakpor and Chris Billam Smith as well. Main card. Excitement. Good fight, I thought. I don't
How
know.
was it live? What was the atmosphere like?
Oh, I think the Del Boy atmosphere always usurps it. You know.
Really?
Yeah.
That boy brings a lot.
He always usurps it. I don't know what it is.
And he had the best performance of the night, I think.
Oh God, Del Boy roll back the years.
Yeah, that was
To
a-
bang someone over like that. When
2
last did he
rounds.
bang him over? It's been a while.
Takam.
Oh, Takam. Hey.
That
Oh
was only
Jesus
last year.
Christ. Dave Caldwell has reignited something, you know, because
It's good.
they're even talking about him against Povetkin, isn't it?
I think it's fighting
Potentially-
Parker next.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's a big deal.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's a really. So he should have fought Povetkin. That's a better fight for him, I reckon.
For his style.
Yeah.
I think Parker will do him.
Yeah, Parker's too quick, too young. Just box him.
Just move around him.
Just box him.
Yeah. But Dylan, 12 round decision.
Yeah.
Dylan seems to have late scares, didn't he? I think was
Yeah.
it the 9th he got dropped
he got
in this
dropped
fight,
on the 9th, yeah.
Uppercut.
and he looked like he was gonna keep getting out. But
Yeah.
then when he stood up, he had this mad second wind,
Yeah.
and he sealed the deal. I mean, he was boxing well. He controlled the range. Oscar Rivas is a weird one in that he stands in front of you and blocks, but doesn't counter. This is the biggest thing for me. I saw that against Brian Jennings as well.
That's what.
It's like he wants to take your best shots and then give back.
Back.
So I think all in all, good performance from Dylan. He showed a lot of improvement. Of course, everyone knows about his stellar jab.
Yeah.
He tried to box beautifully. He wasn't always on the front foot, but he was comfortable
Yeah.
being stalked and
Just
countering,
yeah,
doing the good work upstairs, downstairs. So good performance for him. Those are my thoughts.
So-
What does anyone have anything else to add?
I think one thing I saw with Dylan on the night is his technicality as well. I think his techniques or the technical side of the game, which you don't usually see, is usually known for being the brawler and just trying to fight his way out. But he actually moved his head, like you said. His jab is always on point, and yeah, he still needs to sort out his
Blocked as
feet.
well and countered.
Yeah, he blocked like he was doing this cross thing, using
Yeah.
it to block as well, which was quite cool.
All right. Quick. Okay. Like a random question. Dylan White of today, would he have beaten the AJ he fought when they fought?
That AJ was very high on confidence. It would have knocked him out still in my book.
Really?
He was not. AJ then was very aggressive. I think AJ would have.
And you think that AJ still would beat this Dillian White now?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the AJ of today will be Dillian White
Nah,
of
see,
today.
I don't think so. I think Dylan would have knocked him out.
Really?
How?
I want to.
How?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, because
You said it five?
Yeah. I think so because
How?
he would have trapped him. Because from what we know now of AJ, maybe I don't know.
Maybe what?
He's been dropped one time.
AJ's
Dylan's been dropped
improved,
as well.
but I think Dillian White's improved more.
No. You guys are still one-sided. It's incredible.
I still think
No, but
AJ beats Dillian White. I just feel styles make fights, but I just wanted to ask that question.
But he's saying AJ at that point where they fought
Yeah.
and Dylan now. It's hard to envisage,
Yeah.
but I kind of see where you're coming from. I think I do agree with that.
I disagree. I think AJ will still smash him. I think the only
That's not the
moment.
question. He said AJ.
Yeah.
AJ who fought Dylan the first time and
Yeah.
Dylan now.
Yeah, I heard the question.
You said that AJ will still beat him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
I did hear the question. Thank you. Yeah, I think AJ will still smash him. I think because I remember that fight. Dillian White only had one moment in that fight when he rocked him with his left hook.
But
And
Dillian
shook-
White is
and
infinitely
shook them.
better than that. He was
I think-
trash in that fight. They were both rubbish. To
Oh
be
god,
honest.
that fight's actually horrible when you watch it.
From
No,
a
I think
technical
after
standpoint,
that left hook landed, AJ went to another level which Dylan couldn't reach. In my opinion, that's why
What,
I think
boxing wise or just
boxing
aggression?
wise. Boxing
I
wise.
thought he just like brought it out.
that was a fight.
No, I
That's what I'm
think
saying.
boxing wise, I think
He
he
just went to
actually
bash his head in.
no before that left hook, he went to bash his head in. But after that left hook, when he went back to his corner, then he calmed down. Then he was boxing him.
I
And
don't
that's
know,
why I
man.
saw. Come on, look at the combination that finished him.
That's a classic AJ combo actually.
Yeah,
He does
like
that
the
a lot.
uppercut.
6'3".
And you
The
said
uppercut left hook.
AJ has been dropped. You got to remember as well. A lot of people have dropped Dylan.
Yeah,
Well, not a lot of people,
I don't want
but
to say.
Parker
I
dropped
don't want to
Rivers.
say he's
Rivers
chinny,
stopped
but
him.
he can be hurt.
Yeah,
And
it's his
he-
legs don't look very stable when he gets hit.
Yeah, he's.
Dylan.
I think he's got an injury because
No.
he used to be a kickboxer. Even the way he walks
Walks.
sometimes.
Yeah,
I
it's
just think
like
he's not
staggering.
quite. He's
Advances
not that.
to it,
He's
yeah.
not that coordinated. Some people, but he. In a sense-
naturally, it's just
yeah.
like-
He's not. He's a naturally uncoordinated person who's had to learn technique and learn how to.
Like
but
a
it's-
duck.
Yeah, it's just not natural to him at all. I
Like,
don't
it
think.
won't surprise me if Dillian White beats AJ, but I still think that fight still favors AJ.
Yeah.
Even to today. But I
But
think the
AJ's
fight,
improved enough that I don't think
You think-
if they.
I think
if they
AJ is
square
more cautious.
off- Yeah.
People say he's improved. I think he's just more cautious.
Nah, I think.
Which I'm not necessarily don't think. Which
I
one
think
do you
his jab has
prefer?
improved more. as
AJ
well.
of today or AJ of before?
I think he's a better boxer now, so I always
Which,
favor
yeah,
the
but which?
boxer.
So you favor him now?
Yeah, because after Parker, there's a market shift in the way he fights,
Yeah.
and I like that. Setting traps, I think that's important. But back to Dylan,
yeah.
we've sidetracked ourselves.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, good fight. But then a lot of things have happened post fight.
Allegedly, let's
Well,
put it
things
this
have
way.
happened. Things have happened. They're allegations,
Alright,
but
No
things
two
have
ways
happened.
about it. Something did happen.
People are being sued left, right, and center.
Are they really? Is that what
Yeah.
the wall of silence is?
Yeah.
Alright, just break it down
Yeah.
for us, Big Mac.
So I mean, a few days after the fight, a reporter came out and suggested allegedly that Dillian White had failed the test 3 days before the fight, and he had a meeting with the British board of
So the
boxing.
test he failed was a month before the fight, but it came out 3 days before the fight.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, UKAD test.
So basically, I think there's a bit of a hoo-ha because apparently Team Rivas wasn't informed of his failed test,
Yeah.
and potentially I mean, like I said, that's a big issue right there in itself. But I guess what is come out now is that he has subsequently passed all of the VADA testing.
Yeah.
So in theory,
But what the Sky report said was
It's-
the VADA test 3 days before and 3 days after.
not
That's
the
what they
whole
said.
fight.
No,
Apparently,
no.
the whole
Isn't
fight.
that what they
No, the whole fight. In a sense, the whole camp
They all come.
was
Yeah.
subject to VADA testing. They
So
both
12
passed,
weeks before the fight,
Yeah, they both passed that.
and they passed all the tests. Yeah.
How
Should
many
you-
tests were they? Do we know?
I
In
don't
that
know, but they
period?
tested him for the old camp duration, and I think they even had a test on the day of the fight, after the fight, and I think, yeah, a few days after the fight as well. 3 days after the fight, I think they still had a test.
So should we just get into what our opinions are and what
Well,
ramifications
I
are?
think a bit more elaborate as well. they fought in the UK, so that fight was sanctioned by the British Board of Control.
Boxing Board of Control.
The WBC acknowledges the fight, which was sanctioned for interim title, the winner of. So WBC have a clean boxing program, and UKAD administer drug control for a variety of sports, not just boxing, in the UK jurisdiction. So they've had Dillan's had multiple tests, which is why the UKAD issue is coming into it. So the fact that he's passed VADA is one issue, but he's failed UKAD, and they've had a hearing 3 days before the fight.
No, on the day of the fight.
No, it was 3 days before, I think.
No, they had the hearing on the day of the fight.
Is that 100%?
Yeah, the
so
morning
what
of the
happened 3
fight.
days before then?
That's when they got notified of the positive.
Okay,
test.
so 3
Okay,
days they
fair.
found out that he
It failed
the test, and then the hearing was on the day.
on the day of the
But they
fight.
still, it's
Allowed
important
it.
to note,
So they
still
cleared him.
Cleared him to fight.
In all this, we haven't said as well, what he was found in his system were two, I guess, byproducts of an anabolic steroid. According
Allegedly.
to,
Allegedly.
yeah, we've said that to hell now. I think that's the point's being made. Plus,
I
we
want
haven't
a
got any money.
lawsuit.
If they want to sue us, they can sue us.
I don't want it. Not me.
No, I didn't say that.
Not me.
I didn't say that.
Anyway,
He said
so these anabolic steroids, it's also on the VADA list as a zero tolerance. So there isn't a minimum quantity you can have. Any quantity is classified as above requirements. So
But didn't he
it's a
have
doping.
minimal traces in his system of
Yeah,
it?
that's why I'm making that point. So it's not like when they said clearly it was point.
So both
it's
tests-
irrelevant if
both-
you find it, because there's no other natural reason why.
So
such
it's
a
just
thing
something
should be
that
in
was
your
banned
system.
that was in his system, basically.
Yeah,
That's the
an
long and short
anabolic
of it.
steroid. Yeah, 100%. So it's either been injected or ingested.
I don't think he was injected. I think he was ingested.
So I think he's taken something
injected,
that
ingested.
he thought he could take, but it turns out he can't take it. I don't think he's done it on purpose necessarily. I don't think he's done it to cheat. It's just probably part of his regime, and he's taken something for maybe recovery. Who knows what for? He's become a different athlete since that AJ fight, so he takes it very seriously. You see him in Loughborough, this, that, and the other. So I don't think he's intentionally cheated per se, but he's clearly taken something that he didn't know he couldn't take.
I think, from my point of view, I would not take that as. I would not like that if that's the case. If he said I took something I didn't know what it was, because as you guys know,
It's not that he didn't know he was taking. He didn't know he couldn't take it.
Yes, same.
because
I wouldn't accept that.
I think it was on one list, but not on the other.
Just to add now, this steroid has been out since the 70s. This is when it was commercially synthesized for the bodybuilding community and made its way into professional sports. How likely or plausible is that?
I would not accept the fact that if he comes out and say I didn't know I couldn't take this, or somehow.
So just to go back, so Mike's giving his point of view. What's yours? Do you think he did it or not?
It's very confusing. I would like to believe, because that's what I'm leading towards. I would not accept if he comes out and say I took this, but sorry I didn't know, I'm not meant to take it. I would not accept by saying, oh, I mistakenly took this, I didn't know I go into my system. I would not accept that. The only way I can feel like, okay, it comes out of this as a win situation is if it's a contaminated thing. Because it's for with the WBC for a long time.
No, but
the point about it is this contamination. Is that
that's
plausible?
It is possible. You never know. Like, it's happened before.
But check this.
Like,
What's contaminated?
Look at what happened with this WBA champion. His B sample came all clear. Manuel Char. So you never know. His B sample did come clear.
So
that's the only cause.
Okay,
I think it's for only WBC for a while. It's for in the UK for his entire career. For most of his fight has been in the UK. So he knows what he shouldn't and should take. So he cannot say I'm trying something new for Rivas, specifically for Rivas, and it gets done for it. I would not accept that.
But let's talk about how
And it's been in low pro for a while.
Have unfairly treated Dillian Whyte in this situation. When Canelo got popped for clenbuterol, they stood behind him. They didn't ban him.
He didn't have a belt. He didn't have a WBC belt.
He did, no?
No, Golovkin had it.
But still, they stood
to be
behind
fair,
him. They supported him. They never wanted him to be Mandry's challenger from the get go.
I agree.
Never from the get go. Because How could you just a day after you got they found out he's suspended? They never wanted to have that belt. It's mad. I actually, guilty or not, I feel bad for him. I want to believe that he didn't do it on purpose if he did it, but he may well have, and no one knows no one.
Everything has gone wrong for him since he was meant to fight AJ.
Yeah,
it's actually quite crazy.
That was
everything that's happened to him since then.
That was a bad decision.
Has shown that he should have taken that fight. Because this is supposed to be.
Is that what you said? Did you think that?
He gambled on himself.
He gambled. You at the time were like, yeah, bollocks. He's made the right decision.
No. He gambled on himself.
It was supposed to be the WBO mandatory.
But that gamble didn't pay off. He's gambled on himself, but the gamble didn't pay off.
It was banking on the WBA mandatory to actually fight AJ. Mr. Usyk took it. Now he's finally got the WBC mandatory. Now he's got a pop for drugs.
Well, to be honest,
I won't be surprised if AJ's the one pulling the strings. To be honest.
Oh my god.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
High-level conspiracy.
I'm joking.
Wow.
Now come on,
AJ's enjoying his life in Nigeria.
I'm joking, but
he's pulling the strings in the village. That kind of
strings.
Yeah. Is it that kind of strings he's pulling?
That was a joke. But I don't like.
Oh my god.
It's like the most. I don't get it. He's been on the WBC program for a long time. Like everyone's saying, he's been campaigning to be number one for 600 days.
Well, the thing is, clean boxing program,
which is just wider as well.
Yeah. There are two. So I did a bit of research. There are two for WBC clean boxing. There's 365 testing, which the sum total of 0 boxers are signed up to.
Wow.
And there is fight time testing, which is X amount 12 weeks before and maybe X amount afterwards as a roundup. So being on WBC and paying that money doesn't mean you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Jarrell Miller was on WBC for the AJ and he got nabbed.
Yeah.
He got his cycles.
I reckon, yeah.
I think you got that a bit wrong. The
WBC
WBC only do 365.
No, yeah, they don't. No, they do before and after.
No, so the fighter that does the before the 12-week camp is an addition paid by the fighter.
So actually, I checked this. Nobody, you can check it now online. No boxer, not one, is on 365. No one, absolutely no one.
I thought it's mandatory.
No, this is the whole befuddlement. People think it is, but it's not actually.
It's an option. Yeah, I think this.
So nobody actually does the 365.
This whole PD
that is why they couldn't rank
is
Jarrell Miller because they wouldn't sign on to 365.
I'm gonna say I don't want to say it, but I just have to think they're all on it. You know, in some shape or form. Maybe
now you're saying
whether it's legal or not, I don't know. But I just feel like it's the lines have been blurred too much for me to think they're all clean. No one is just taking protein shakes anymore. They're taking some sort of supplement. So I just don't know what the solution is. How do you get past it?
And it makes him look even worse because he's one of the ones that's been going hard on
calling the kettle.
Yeah, calling Tyson Fury a drug
look
chick,
at
calling AJ a TUE. Then you go done for.
Well, Jarrell Miller is in solidarity with him.
Yeah, I saw
what's he gonna do?
I saw that. They've been talking. It's mad. I don't know.
But as questions have been asked, I mean, I've not said.
I think
it's a bit
my opinion. Okay, I'm not sure if I said my opinion. My opinion is I'm very confused. I would like to believe it didn't do it.
So okay, can I play devil's advocate? Mm-hmm. And I've asked you this off air. If this happened in Colombia, and we'll go on to the Glove Gate as well, and this was happening to Dillan, what would people's reaction over here be? And how would you want a no contest for Dillan? What due process do you think, is this fair? On how it has transpired?
If you actually think in terms of it should technically be a no contest because he's failed a drug test allegedly.
I don't. This could look.
Yeah, but here's the thing now. UKAD their rules allow you, if you agree to have a B sample, to fight. Still fight.
Yeah, but that's more.
Christian Hammer,
but that's more. But that's more out of they don't want to be sued by the fighter, not because it's the right legal technical thing to do.
Yeah, but if they've done that to Dillan, they can't then go back and go, it's gonna be a no contest because Dillan White can then sue them.
Yeah, but my leading question is, what is happening with the B sample? Because saying VADA now. What about UKAD?
I didn't even
If the B sample won't come back clear, I think it'll come
I didn't
back
even think there was a
positive.
B sample.
Is it being tested? Yeah, there always is a B sample.
No, I thought it was given the option of take a B sample.
No,
or
the
come
B
for the
sample is
hearing.
taken on the day. So they take A and B sample because that's laboratory procedures in case.
So why didn't both?
contamination.
Why didn't both of them come out the result?
No,
at the
no,
same
no.
time?
You test your A, B is sealed away. If there's an issue with A, then you test B. That's how it works. So it's like, what's happening with that? No one's talking about it. UKD have gone silent. Dylan has released the proxy statement.
This could be it for Dylan White's career, you know.
This could tarnish him.
Because if he gets caught, he's done. Because he's been banned for 2 years already. Remember?
See, the first
They
one,
have to double it
the
as well.
first one was a bit mad because over-the-counter supplement and something.
But-
that was the line.
But then how-
And for me, this is why everything culminates to the point where I'm saying, there's too much smoke here. There must be a fire in his
Yeah.
house. Do you know what I mean? Everyone around him doesn't know
But it's
about it.
got-
Marky Tibbs
I said
had
this-
no idea about the hearing.
I said this to you yesterday, and you came back with a very good counteract argument. It's got too much to lose to want to do something like this.
No, I agree
Like,
with you.
that's why I don't think it's
that's
gonna
what
be
I
sold.
said.
you
I
see,
don't
the-
think
the
he's
amount
taken
in the
sign.
system, yeah, and this is me again playing advocate.
It's so
I don't want to
small.
seem anti, but lets you know that a person who knows their cycles knows when to come off, and just
apparently
perhaps
he
your
lost,
body has changed.
he lost a lot of weight.
He
before
changed.
before the fight.
Dylan White struggles to grow hair. Did you
Yeah.
see how much hair he had? He at one point went bald. Did you know? I can't think I've ever seen him past the level 2. He used to try that little Mohican thing back in the day. But if you look at if you look at the side effects,
Oh my
no,
God.
these are side effects of the drugs. You know, like excessive hair growth. He can't grow a beard, but he started getting patchy beard. You know, they mention these things, but you have to.
How do you know all this stuff?
Because I was reading on it. Because at a certain point, you have to be like, what's actually going on?
Yeah.
You know, there are too many we haven't even gone on to Glove Gate.
Oh,
We're only on PD
So what?
Gate.
Okay, alright. So what? The whole glove situation.
Oh my
haven't-
days, this guy's in a jam. I don't think he can actually come out of this looking good.
It's hard. It's hard because even if he is, I've lost trust.
This is. I feel like he had the
I have
level.
to be honest.
He had the level. People liked him because he was honest
Yeah.
and raw. And he's tarnished. Now I feel like
It's cheap now, isn't it?
he's tarnished. It's like, yeah, it's.
I actually feel for this guy. I don't know why you're laughing. I
No,
feel for him.
I like Dylan White, but I don't know.
I wouldn't necessarily go that far.
I don't know how. I don't think we're ever gonna find out how good he actually is. To be
Yeah.
honest.
It's not like I don't like him because I've actually been to his last 3 fights. So
Yeah.
I obviously do.
No, to be
actually,
honest, I am amiable towards him. I've warmed towards him as time has gone on. At first, I thought it was a trash boxer.
slated him for
Who did I
Parker,
pick?
man.
But mate, for
Parker,
after Parker,
you
I was like, you know what, I'm a
slated
fan.
him,
Yeah.
Who did I pick for Rivas? It's unfortunate that we haven't got the clip, but who did I pick for Rivas?
There's no evidence, bro. I don't
This
remember.
guy's a hater, man.
I don't remember.
But I did warm towards him, and that's what annoys me. I'm at the point where I don't trust anyone.
No, and that's
And
it's,
you have to assume the starting position is everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Until call.
yeah.
And I can't see how he can clear his name.
Yeah.
It's
What
very
if,
hard.
What if UCAD comes back and go, it was contamination? Do you think would that?
No, because you know, and we also need to let's not forget who Tyson Fury got caught. Canelo got caught.
that never made the news. You know?
No,
everyone befuddled it with the
Yeah,
campaign.
because
That's what I'm saying.
it never
So
really made the news.
let's see if everyone's giving Tyson Fury a second chance. We need to do the same for Dylan White.
But Tyson
You know the
Fury
list of-
claimed mental level for
Mate,
his
do you
thing,
know how
so
many
it's a
people have
different
taken drugs? Lamont Peterson. The list is so much.
Yeah.
There's so many. So many.
It's-
But we need to conclude and move on to Glove Gate. So can we just have because
I don't think it did it.
you don't
I've made it my mind.
I think he took something by accident.
I think it's
and
contamination.
Now he's messed up.
see
and it's gonna be
that's highly implausible.
No.
It's accidental ingestion. I was that naive.
Mate,
Canelo.
you didn't say that about Canelo.
No,
that's it.
You didn't say that about Canelo, big man.
When I say accident, I mean,
Are you favoring the Mexican over the Jamaican guy or
What
something?
I'm saying, he's taken something which he thought he could take, but he turns out he can't take.
Second as Canelo.
Okay, all right. Before we leave this, what do you think as to Mark Tibbs saying he had no knowledge of
Honestly,
the adverse finding and the hearing?
Mark Tibbs himself had no
it's
knowledge.
straight out. Honestly, I think that's BS. I think that was a lie.
How
Wait,
does
hold
that
on,
get involved with the whole situation?
wait. I've heard this thing. Apparently, Dylan White's brother's not his real brother.
This is another reason why you question a man's ethics. If he's lying about his family.
Where was the list of that rumor? I can't remember.
This guy's been digging, didn't what, bro?
No,
When he tried.
it was on the timeline.
Yeah, when he tried.
And there was a video from like 08 or 09, and Dean White's in the background, and Cougs is interviewing him, and he goes, explain
maybe we should show
everyone
this clip,
in this group here who they are to you and whatnot. And he goes, this guy's Dean, he's like a brother to me. This is sick, quote unquote. He wakes me up for training, da 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 da. So he said he's like a brother to me.
But I feel like he was joking. He could have been joking. But
Yeah,
anyway.
it's mad. That's mad still.
That's another thing.
That's a whole. I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's-
man.
That's another episode, I think.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all a bit mad.
But yeah,
I think
let's
I think as well. If I add in, I don't know, the reaction from Sky.
Oh
the
yeah,
reaction from
you went in on them
pundits.
as well.
What the silence? Has Sky said anything?
They put dribs and
I
drabs
think,
out there.
I think something we need to highlight here as well. There is a confidentiality clause between UCAD and Dillan White, and Dillan White's camp. So
Honestly.
that restricts them in how much they can say. I think so.
But-
we need
but
to
the
bear
thing
that
is-
in mind.
Also, if
And there are
Sky
legal
are putting-
proceedings going on.
If Sky is broadcasting, they also have a right to know, because if they're broadcasting, if something happens, these are contractual terms. No big broadcasting house, so they can hedge their bets. So if
I'm
they
sure
can then
they
say
knew.
they can recover costs for putting it up if the fight doesn't go ahead from either Matchroom, who can then sue Dylan. You know, so it is possible, but I don't think all these people were
I'm sure Sky knew.
unaware of it. Because
I'm sure Sky knew.
if I'm Mark Tibbs and I didn't know, I have every right to drop you as a trainer.
But
Why
Eddie
should
Hearn-
my default stance be to back you?
Eddie Hearn.
Why are you
clearly-
keeping such information from me? You
Yeah.
don't trust me as a trainer.
That's why I think it's.
But what I haven't listened to the interview. But what was he saying in general? Was
He said he was in Spain and he knew nothing about it. Isn't that what he said? Why was he in Spain? Like,
No, he said after the fight he went
Oh,
went on
yes.
an holiday. Why can't the man go on holiday?
Yeah.
After the fight, he went on an holiday. Then he found out whilst he was on holiday. I don't believe.
Coming
Yeah,
around about.
for some reason I don't believe that. I think he's just trying to
distance himself.
not distance himself. I think he has to the weight of. This is why Dillan White or Eddie Hearn couldn't tell Rivers, because they're not allowed to tell anyone. I think that's the.
See
That's
also we
buttressing
have to
that line.
highlight as well the deficiency of that system. It's not
Yeah.
fair on the other party. If
Not at all.
like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot, we'll be crying wolf all day long.
Yeah.
If Al Heyman did this to one of the Brits, we'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, look, it's not on. You know, but
Yeah, but this is not an Heyman or Eddie Hearn thing.
no,
Like,
this is UKD.
This is a UKD
Yeah. So there needs to be
regulation.
systematic change.
Yeah,
There's
so-
this-
I think it's a UK thing. Even though they've been the leaders in anti-doping or whatever in the world.
But do you know
they
what it
need
is?
to-
It's all,
they
but
need
it
to
comes
rectify
down
this.
to what it comes down to is finance. It comes
Oh,
down
yeah,
to finance.
yeah.
That's why another thing, because UCAD, VADA has more money than UCAD.
Yeah.
VADA test is more stringent than UCAD. VADA has done the 12-week camp with Dillan White and passed them for everything. And I know with VADA, they test you at least once a week. So I'm sure it's possible to get on a
I
cycle.
don't know if that's 100%. You know,
It
because
is 100%.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I listened to is it Fight Disciples, and they had a boxer on there who.
That's why.
was
That's
gonna
why.
say, like, he said no. Like, in all the time he's been on it, you can count the number of times he's been tested.
That's why you're confusing it. That is the 365 thing.
No, there's no one on 365. Honestly, check it after.
Chill.
Yeah?
Let me try and break this down. So WBC has this thing, which is the 365, where VADA administers and it's check. They do random tests. But if you're fighting like AJ does and the big stars do, they pay for additional testing with VADA, and they're required to test you for the duration of the camp, and they have to test you at least once a week.
Right.
So that costs a lot of money. Apparently, that's why a lot of people don't do it. That's why we were going on Pacquiao for not having any testing, because you have to pay additional for this test.
Right.
So it's not the governing bodies that pays for it or the committee.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm aware of that.
as an individual have to pay for this additional test, and they test you at least once a week.
Right.
That's why, from what I've heard, that's why when Dillan White failed the UCAR test, he had to go to VADA to go, can you give me a record of all the tests I've had with you guys, because I've passed them all. So he's using that as a evidence to say I'm actually clean. That is why UCAD passed him, because I think they know that VADA is more stringent, more advanced than this, and
I just thought about something. It's not unrelated, right? So you know when Pacquiao was supposed to fight Mayweather, right? And,
I said that last week.
Yeah,
or 2 weeks
and
ago.
he was like, I'm not doing it because if I take blood, it's gonna reduce my strength. Pacquiao was definitely juicing, innit? That's my overriding.
Did you see the Tomlin fight?
Yeah, I saw the fight.
How do you think he looked in that fight?
He looked old, but like I said, there was no testing. And considering what's going on, like I said, I need to see blood work. I need to see because I can't.
No, but I'll be fair. Keith fought a horrible fight.
Yeah,
the worst fight you can fight Pacquiao, drugs or not. There's a reason why Mayweather fought him the way he fought him. You just can't meet him for hand speed, mate.
Yeah,
no matter how old he is,
none of them can.
Like he's backing up like that in a straight line.
But he's not. But the thing is,
he dropped him in the first round.
But the thing is, he's not supposed to have that hand speed. That's my point. He's not supposed to have that hand speed. He's the younger, fresher guy. He was gonna back him up, which is a good tactic, in my opinion.
He's 40 years old.
40 years old.
Adrian Broner did better than Keith Thurman.
No, come on now.
He didn't take as much punishment.
Come on now.
He didn't take as much punishment.
Don't do that. Don't say that. No.
I'm just trying to wind
No. Adrian Broner just covered himself up.
Listen,
come on now.
I'm not gonna mention that guy's name.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. I'm trying to wind man up.
It's gonna make me angry.
I'm guarding him.
I'm guarding him.
But yeah,
Glovegate.
Quickly.
This is another mindful.
Another issue that happened.
Alright, so what? Long and short of it, Dan Aziz wore Dillian White's gloves, right?
Yes.
And then other way around.
Allegedly.
How does this happen?
Exactly.
Did he say he didn't wear it?
Well, he doesn't know. He said that's what they said. His words, because how can he know? He's in his own changing room. He doesn't have the same changing
All I
room.
know is after the fight, the interviewer saw him in the ring, and outside the ring, after the fight, Dillian White did say, everything has been going bad for me this week. They gave Dan Aziz my glove.
That's physically impossible though. Because when you see even Dan said this in the pre-fight meeting. Dan didn't attend his, but his trainer or his representative took the gloves he was gonna wear, so the other party checks it. And vice versa, they can weigh it if they want to make sure it's the 8 ounce or 10 ounce, whatever the size is, and then they seal it up. And on fight day, they open it. So if you want a spare pair, you got them there. But Dan then said, "These aren't my size of gloves, so I need bigger pair." And they got him them. Wherever they got him from, apparently it could be Dan Aziz. That's what they're telling him. That's a separate issue. So that shouldn't be the starting point. Now, Dillian fought later. Apparently So Ross Abner, who's cupman for Rivas, he's a Canadian chap. He went on a Canadian podcast and said he filed a complaint to the WBC regarding what happened because
before the
other
party,
so he was ready to tell Oscar Rivas not to go walk out because after the fight inspection and the gloves were agreed, sealed, what have you, on the day his inspector went over to Camp Rivas when they're wrapping up and comes back with a report that these gloves they're putting on him went in the gloves that we inspected.
We agreed to yesterday.
And he said they refused to let me see it. And he said he sent this to...
They refused because he had it on. Well, they refused to take it off.
How long would that take if he wants to get it weighed? I think on the night, I don't think that's that big a deal. Even with Canelo, we saw that with Golovkin.
No, but
it takes a while to wrap hands, because
all in all, with this glove situation, mix-ups happen. What's the
benefit?
Or what's the issue? What's the overriding
Because there
issue?
could be something
Antonio Margarito.
Really, it's like that.
It could be using a faker glove, yeah. So that's the thing. Like, it could be using a faker glove
or different padding. Even Klitschko's had the argument. Is it even Mayweather's had the argument? Who was he fighting?
Maidana.
Yeah, when he was saying no, I don't like the feathers in.
But apparently he actually had to pay Maidana extra because of that.
Yeah.
So it is quite a big deal, I think, to the point where your cop man is saying, "Look, I don't want you to walk out," and he called the promoter, and the promoter said, "Okay, if they do walk out, file a complaint now." And he actually fired up a laptop, sent an email before they walked out. So knowing that as well, I think what's going on there? That's not Dillan's
something. That whole fight
that's mad dodgy.
I think it's mad dodgy because from what I heard, like his actual glove got given to Dan. Dan fought earlier on in the day. So after Dan fought, the glove then went back to Dillan to fight. Then he tried them on. Then he didn't like the way they felt. Obviously, because someone's fought with them.
No.
So
there's no way in hell that's going to happen for a professional fight.
Why not?
No boxers wearing the same gloves for a professional fight twice.
Yeah, but
that's just not happening. Honestly, if you've been around
Yeah,
boxing,
but he,
there's no way
he
in hell.
rejected it because he wouldn't fit anyone because of that. That's my point.
Yeah, but it's not good. No one's gonna bring you sweat gloves for 6 rounds or how many rounds. and
Well,
give it
when
to
they
next
found,
man.
then when they realized that they made the mistake of giving his glove to someone else.
Yeah.
So what are they supposed to do?
No. The thing is, these guys are sponsored. They don't take one pair of gloves. Think about football, for example.
No,
how many pairs of boots do they have?
No, it's not the same. It's not
it
the
is
same.
the same. If you got rival as a sponsor,
like you
got
said,
backup.
No, you said
You're
earlier.
You're not just getting one.
No,
glove.
you said earlier like the day before they actually agreed on the gloves to use. They got sealed.
Yeah, and you
all
get
the
a
gloves.
spare. If in case you don't have that, they call the other party. You wait again.
The link you
do
sent
all
me
this and
today.
that.
The link you sent me today said that guy said he brought spares for the
as you
meeting,
do.
and they rejected it.
Which he said that was an alarm bell.
So why would they then allow Dillan White to bring spares?
No, Dillan White rejected it.
No,
That's what he
BBOs.
said.
No. The boxing board of control rejected it. Why would Dillan White reject the glove? It's not the one governing the fight.
Well, he clearly rejected the damn gloves apparently. So
Because it wouldn't fit.
see, there you go.
No. It didn't
It's
reject
irregular
that.
at least. We can argue this to the
No,
cast.
you're not. You're actually contradicting yourself a little bit because the box pair gloves, the BBOC rejected it. Why would Dillan White? Because you need to. Dillan White is the fire. You know what?
I'm not blaming him for that. I'm
Unless
not
you're
blaming
agreeing
him
with
for
what I
that.
said yesterday, which I think it smells of a bit of corruption in there. If you're agreeing to that, then it works for me. But then why is the fire? I don't think he checks glove. He wasn't even there
I'm not
apparently.
bragging about him
He wasn't
checking.
even
No,
there.
he doesn't have to be there as long as
Exactly.
your
So
person's
wasn't even there. So
Yeah.
why would Dillan White reject the
But he doesn't need to
glove?
be there to be cheating with the gloves.
Well, you're saying they should have
that's my
brought.
point.
No, my point
That
is
whole-
they're not
this-
allowed to bring spare gloves.
See,
in.
Dillan White looked miserable that whole week, and now we know why.
You know why? Yeah.
Nah, it's mad.
It was tetchy.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it's like Dillan White's forcing his career, and I think by forcing it.
So do you think Eddie's doing it then? Because
No,
he's
I
not-
think
he's
it's
not- he's not
no,
full-time.
I think Dillan. No,
What is wrong with these
I
people?
just,
AJ can do it.
No,
Can't
I
Eddie?
just think that it's. I don't know. Something's his career.
Something's not right. Let's face it.
He's
Whatever
for-
it is, we can speculate all we
Yeah.
want. We're never gonna know. The truth is, we might
I
never.
think
ever
the
know.
truth has to come out on this. It needs to. Something needs to be clear.
There won't be closure. I'm
But
happy.
no,
I'm
but
There has to be
no, but
closure,
our
unless you're never
forces
gonna get that
conspiring
career
against Dillan White, because I feel like there's something. Something is just not right. And
These
it-
two incidents.
it's
I
mad.
don't think-
Why would they? Another thing. Why would a test that they did a month ago come out 3 days before the fight?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That seems a bit
That's
of
obviously
extortion.
that's obviously trying to disrupt him for something as well.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's got a link to him winning that fight. Someone does not want him to win that fight, and WBC coming out like, yeah, we're suspending him as well.
Provisionally though.
Yeah,
Until
but
the investigation.
it doesn't make sense because they govern or their measures. Their system of measuring if fighters are clean is through VADA. He passed
and he
all
the
VADA.
that's a
Yeah, that's
It should-
mad.
yeah,
Because the
that's-
waited till
that's
the
a-
results.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they
a fair
should
point,
not
yeah.
even go. They should go.
Yeah.
It's passed all VADA. Because
That's
when
what I'm
VADA
saying.
said it,
And
it's
look how
passed it.
quickly they done that. So
Yeah,
it's like
and it
they
took 600 today.
they never wanted to manage the end of it. That's the be all and end of it.
Anyway, we're never gonna know what happened with
I
Dillan.
wish we did. 'Cause
I
this
think
is-
people will
this will-
speculate till the cows come home. I
this
think
will- this will
even
make a
just
good
trying to
movie one
explain,
day, I think.
explain sense out of it is we're tripping over each other.
And the guy that broke the news as well, like, who leaked it?
Yeah, well, clearly
Yeah,
someone leaked.
it's-
Obviously, because this was supposed to
That-
just go like that.
Mhm.
Someone brought exposure to it
Yeah.
to create trouble. That's why I think that I won't be
got
surprised
in,
if it's.
someone's got in for Dylan.
Someone does not like him.
Yeah.
I used to think it was Dylan. I mean, not Dylan, Deontay, but
Whoever it is or wherever it is.
it could be you.
We hope
You
something
seem to
comes
know a lot
out.
about drug testing.
It's got reason. Well, I don't know what your point is. I haven't got that much influence. But yeah, quick time fight calendar before we wrap up. Mickey Conlan, he's a Bob Arum guy as well.
What is he? Does he fight 122 or 126?
You know, I think
126.
126.
I like him. He look every time I see him, I'm
Really?
impressed. I mean, I'm sure the natural fight is him against Shakur Steven, no?
Shakur's next fight is for.
No, but I'm sure
yeah.
Conlan might be at 122. You know,
Really?
It's 126.
he's moved up.
It's the same. It's the same.
I think he's
weight
always been
category.
there, you know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the guy who he's got a grudge match with,
Nicky Spence.
yeah,
Pulled out.
he's on there. as
The
well.
one that beat him in the Olympics.
Olympics. So yeah, he's fighting Diego Ruiz. I think.
Is he
That's
still
leg
with?
replacement.
Is he with
Top rank.
No,
So
but who's
it's
his
SPM+.
trainer? Is it not Adam Booth?
Adam Booth.
Yeah,
He's
is
Adam Booth.
Is it Booth?
It was. I know it was.
Yeah, it's Adam Booth.
But basically, Rivers' Cup man is going flying in for that as well because that guy also owns Rival, the glove
The
company.
glove, yeah.
Yeah. What predictions? Quick time.
Conlan.
Yeah, I think Conlan as well. Are we going for anyway stoppage? What?
Probably decision. If it's late, it's a late replacement.
Well, not that late, but
No, no, like.
Probably decision.
yeah. Heavyweights, battle of the dad bods. Chris Adriola and Adam Kaunaki. That's on tomorrow. Or not today, actually. Tonight.
I'll go with Karnaki, who is actually, I think, a waste man because he rejected the AJ fight, and that's another.
Did you hear this story? I think he said something about
Because Al Heyman
him
told me he was
getting
a guy.
married, and it was he said something about family.
Silly.
Wait, was having a baby or something?
Yeah, something about that. Yeah.
He did say that. I think so. But you're going who? Kaunaki?
Karnaki.
I think that's.
Karnaki.
Ariola did come out saying if he loses that fight, he's gonna retire.
Yeah, he's done.
I can't see him stopping him though. I think.
Is that really tough?
Yeah,
Well,
he's barely.
he
been
couldn't
stopped,
stop.
isn't
I forgot his name
he?
again.
Chris Charles Martin.
Charles Martin. So.
Yeah, I'd go
Ariola.
the full 9. Also on the undercard of that one.
Were you going for Ariola?
No. God no. I'm just saying I don't think he'll stop him. I think points. Marcus Brown and Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal has been around the block now.
Marcus Brown.
Last outing. I think his last outing was Badu Jack.
Yeah.
So he was on the shelf for a while again. I don't know why.
He had the case,
He's
didn't he?
due.
Is that why? 'Cause
Is
of
he
that
not?
domestic-
Is he not mandatory?
He's interim.
No,
But it's not
But
mandatory.
He's mandatory. He might be mandatory for Bivol.
Or
And
no?
he's WBC as well. For
Yeah,
God's
that's what I'm
sake.
saying. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. He's got 2
he-
mandatories. But
he-
God's sake, he's unifying.
with
Batavier.
Bataviev. Yeah.
So he can wait for that
He's on the wrong side of the street when it comes to
It's very category.
his network, because all of them are all on Top Rank or ESPN, who can work together with
Yeah.
the Zone, but no one's working with Showtime.
Yeah.
So what is it? Same thing with Charlo.
Yeah.
Like wrong side of the street. And we need to talk in the next episode about Al Heyman. Because I
Again.
feel like because
I think we did one a couple years ago. didn't we?
I feel like
We did
he's
promote it.
actually as good as he is for boxing. He's also as equally as bad.
To be honest, his yearly. I know we're sidetracking. His combined numbers this year are the best
Yeah, no,
because he's got multiple networks.
I'm saying,
and,
I-
What do you
said-
mean by combined numbers?
like not figures, but viewing. Like more people. Are
the way
watching
they
his shows.
the way they're treating Terence Crawford is shocking and disgusting.
Disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
What,
they had-
the lack
they-
of acknowledgement.
Yeah, it's he.
But that's the biggest threat to his empire.
I get it, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
stopping us from getting the best fights,
yeah.
and it's ruining it. It's not ruining boxing, but it's not. Boxing should be better than it is, and it's just a lot of politics, and it's frustrating as fight fans that we have to, because especially if we're actual fans, we suffer from the politics.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So who's winning, Marcus Brown or Jean Pascal?
Marcus Brown probably stop him, to be honest.
Jean Pascal's another one who
He's
is
like-
hard to
he's-
stop,
yeah,
isn't
it's-
it?
yeah,
I think only
but
Kovalev stopped him in the
Kovalev-
past few years.
Well, Finn stopped him as well, didn't he? Bernard Hopkins.
When was that? That must have been a long time ago.
No, that's when he retired, didn't he? Because he had the belt before and Bernard Hopkins took it from him.
Really?
He didn't
Was-
retire though.
Nah.
He lost to Bernard.
I'm not
lost
sure,
the
you know, because I think he's got 1 or 2 stoppages.
Who?
Jean Pascal.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying someone stopped him.
Yeah, Kovalev.
Yeah,
I
I
know
think
Kovalev
I think
stopped him.
Hopkins stopped. I think Hopkins
Really?
stopped him as well. Yeah.
What?
They had 2 fights. There was a rematch. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
stopped him in the
stopped him
second
twice.
one. Yeah,
Oh, right. Interesting. But
and he retired after that.
I don't remember that
because he
one.
just came back.
Alright. So yeah, I'll pick Marcus Brown as well, but I'll go points.
Points.
I
Yeah,
can't
same.
see Marcus Brown stopping him.
Well, Beaver couldn't stop him.
Yeah. So he's been around long enough.
Yeah.
Very
You
fiery.
want to talk
episode
about
at
Yeah.
his craziness outside the ring?
times. Who?
Marcus Brown.
Well,
What
that's
did he
personal
do?
affairs,
Nah,
man. I don't know. I don't
Nah,
really
let's
like.
keep that. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Stick
Dillian
to
White's
boxing.
drug stuff.
Well, this is domestics, isn't it? Between him and the partner, there's one side. There's
Yeah,
another
but
side, man.
it's not 1 time. It's not 2 times. it's
How many
23.
times? I only know about it once.
What has he done allegedly?
Beat up a woman.
Who? Kovalev or Marcus Brown?
Both of them.
Kovalev is out here.
I know he had a
Yeah.
domestic. I didn't read into it, but I don't know, man. I just hope whatever it is, it doesn't
Anyway,
affect
yeah.
his career because he's a good boxer. Yeah.
You obviously have a soft spot for him, so
No, it's not about
Let's
like,
move on. You do.
Nah, it's not about that. Let's be honest. Like when it's personal, it's kind of like, oh, you don't want to drag him, man. Like you never know what it is, you know. Same with Kovalev. Do we ever say, oh yeah?
You are so biased.
No, it's the truth though. Like, do you get where I'm coming from, Mike?
Yeah,
Like, if
we-
it's like between you and
What are you doing with other boxers? You were talking about Amir Khan's craziness.
Come on, man, that's like a coldry. Like talking about AJ Juice's wife. That's different from like domestic violence. Domestic violence is a serious thing, and it's not the sort of thing I want to be joking about. That's my point, man. Like,
we're not joking. We're not joking about.
Yeah,
We're
I'm not in a
talking
serious
about it.
mood now. Innit? I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah.
Look at this guy. He does not want to talk about it.
I'm not.
One
One
thing I've realized with you is you do not like Amir Khan.
I actually like the guy.
You know why?
I don't like him.
You know why?
Why?
When we went to see Dillian White's fight, when Chisora knocked out Spilska, you went, oh my god, it looks like he's dead. Because I was like, oh, that was a mad knockout.
I know where you're going.
It was like, how can you do that? Look at this guy dead. Bro, okay, why? 2 years ago, when Canelo knocked Amir Khan out, this guy jumped up. Honestly, in the middle of the night, because it was like at 4 a.m. He was in my yard dead. He screamed his lungs out.
In my defense, yeah, there's a difference watching it live and watching it on the TV screen. I'm not that bombshell. I think we've had an interesting episode.
Yeah, and he was so much like, oh, how can you celebrate that? And I'm thinking, this is them guy that was laughing his head. Even when they were showing the replay for which fight was that? That we were watching at the background.
I think it was Canelo Triple G.
Yeah,
and he was
you
in
were
the
still
studio.
laughing.
Oh my god, that he killed it. That's a great sign off. Oh my god.
Yeah, man, I just had to bring that in.
Thank you all for watching again. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.